First and foremost, call Allah, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone for teaching His truth, this beautiful truth. And shalom to the icon that's pushing His word and truth and sincerity across the globe. Shalom. This 2 Timothy 2 and 3, it says, that's what I'm going to open up with. 2 Timothy 2 and 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach, right? So we have to endure these trials and tribulations that we go through, in our day-to-day lives. Brothers catch hell. We all catching hell. We all going through it. But we all got to endure. We all got to enduring to the end. Abaradazah, we be, delivered for enduring. But, this walk that we walking, it's not an easy walk. We going through the straight gate, not the wide gate. We going through the straight gate. Well, not too many people come in, and not too many people make it across. But when you sit back and you look at it, everybody else around us, they going through the wide gate where everything is easy. You look at people, other people's life, and they having fun. They still turning up, getting married, making all these plans for next year and where they want to be and all this money they making. They living their best life, so to speak, right? While you catching hell, while you enduring hardness, you could lose everything, your life, for this truth. You could lose your life for this truth, man, going out there on the highways and the byways. You can, lose your job. Your boss might see you out there. You could lose your family because you're not spending enough time with them because you're so into this truth, trying to get this truth. You're so into it that everything else around you don't matter. So people start to, walk out your life. You don't got the same friends no more. Your wife mad at you. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the walk. That's the hardness. You have to endure that. You got to endure that as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Yahushua had to go through the same things. Yahushua had the hardest walk. Nobody went through what Yahushua went through. But we got to endure this walk as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Yahushua was the ultimate example. This Luke 14, verse 27. It says, and whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So you have to endure. And if not, you're not worthy enough to even be you can't be a disciple of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You can't. If you can't bear this cross, then you can't be a disciple of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Sirach 2 say, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So the Lord told you what was going to happen when you come to serve him. So that's why, brothers, we always say you got to count the cost, man. You got to understand that you can lose your family, you can lose your wife, you can lose your job, you can lose everything. Job, the Lord took everything from Job. He lost everything, but he kept his integrity and he he bared his cross. He endured hardness. So that's what we got to do. Everything written in the scriptures was for us. All these stories was written for us to see so we can know how to maneuver in this life and prepare our mind mentally for what might happen to us. So you got to be willing to lose your family, man, and you have to bear that cross. If that be your life, you could lose your family, your mother, your father, children. which verse 26 say, if any man come to me, Luke 14:26, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yeah, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. So if you're not willing to lose all those things, you can't be a disciple of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know? And it say, yeah, and his own life also. So you got to be willing to lose your own life for this truth. You got to be willing to lose your own life for this truth. It's Matthew 16 and verse 25. It say, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Exactly. You know, so if you do happen to be a martyr on this side, guess what? You're going to be one of the first ones that's on the chariot. You're going to be one of the first ones to be on the chariot, man. And brothers going to see you when they get beamed up. You know? So you got to be willing to lose your life for this truth. It comes with a great reward if you lose it for this truth. But it says, for whosoever will save his life, yeah, on this side shall lose it. So if you forsake this truth, turn away, or never come in and serve the Lord, guess what? You're going to lose your life on this side. You're going to come back in the kingdom as a 2/3 and have shame. While the elect won't have shame on the other side in the kingdom, man. We're going to have crowns over our head. Abaradazah would be amongst that number. But you got to endure hardness as a good soldier. You got to be willing to lose your life. You got to be willing to lose your life, you know. Count the cost. This Micah 7 and verse 9, it says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Yeah, we went off anyway. We went off. So this is the ass whooping that we get for going off. And Lord knows we didn't learn from this ass whooping here, man. Because after this, the Lord going to give us them perfect bodies, which is well needed, and we'll never go off again. We'll never go off again. We don't never want to have to go through this shit here again, man. We can't wait for this shit to be over. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. Right, Abaradazah. We be amongst the elect. It says he will bring me forth to the light and I shall behold his righteousness. Them perfect bodies we gonna have, man. We're gonna have perfect bodies where the law is gonna be written within. We'll never go off again. Our heart is going to be right. You know, but until then, we got to endure it. We got to endure this walk. We got to walk through that straight gate. We got to be willing to lose it all for this truth. And that's what it is on this side. So that's all I got. And with that, call law, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone for teaching this truth, this beautiful truth. And shalom to the arguments pushing this word and truth and sincerity across the globe. Shalom.